guys, Mick from Aussie Carp Fishers. Now this is a follow on to the video I did a couple of days ago as to why I fish for carp. Now, as mentioned in that video, there are fish that can be found in residential areas that are quite often in duck ponds and man-made waterways, polluted river systems, creeks, things like that won't hold any other sustainable life. As I said, here I am in Woongarah. Another spot you'll see later on in this episode will be Hamlyn Terrace. Now, when I say that these are in built-up areas where in the middle of suburbia, well, have a look around and you'll see what I mean. Firstly, straight across there, lens cap. Straight across there you've got Woongarah Public School. Pan around the pond, as you can see it's only a duck pond. And there's homes. So all the kids that go to this school, all the kids that live in this area, there's the duck feeding platform thing that they've made. But all the kids that live in this area that go to the school behind me, you know, this is an ideal little spot for them to come fishing. And this is why I like carp fishing, because they are in areas like this, whereas nothing else is. Nothing survives in here. I've caught spangled perch in here a while back. I haven't caught one in ages. Now spangled perch are an aggressive fish that will actually kill carp. So, yeah. Obviously nothing else can be sustained in a waterway like this. Alright, quick run through as to what I'm using here. Abu Garcia Cardinal reels. They're a 20-50 size. I don't know how well you can see this, how well it's focusing, but a little bait runner. Line comes off nice and easy, so when the fish grabs it they can run. I've got the two of them, and both rods are Wilson Blackfish. They're both 2-piece. This one in particular is the 10-foot, the other one is a 10-foot 6. Both are very nice rods. I'm trying to get this to focus, but it doesn't seem to want to. Both are quite nice rods. The 10-foot 6 I've caught my 75cm carp on. That's been the biggest so far. Now spikes, these are just cheap ones from Kmart. You can pick the same style up from BCF for a couple of bucks each. Little telescopic. These ones are glow in the dark, which is a good advantage if fishing out of a night. And then I've got my bait alarms, which I've done a review on. If you go through my videos you'll see that. And then the spikes I've picked up at BCF as well. I've got 4 of the alarms. 4 alarms and remote control. So that's a quick rundown of my gear. The 10-foot rod, which is the one on the right here, I am running a sinker. I'm running 6 kilogram platypus pre-test mono on both reels with a 10-pound leader of platypus Super 100. Personally, where I can, I like to support Australian. Where I can, I like to support Australian companies, and platypus is one. I'm running both down to a swivel, about a foot of the leader, maybe a tad more, and then I'm using about a size 6 suicide hook, or I think on one of them I've actually got a small circle hook. Just a standard rig, no hair rigs on these. As I said, the one on the right hand side here, which is a 10-footer. Yeah, the one on the right hand side is a 10-footer. That does have a sinker, whereas the other one doesn't. And I'm just watching my line. I don't know if that's wind and only annoying it or what, but there's a bit of movement in that. So one's running sinker, one's not. I prefer not to run a sinker. I prefer not to have any weight at all, but I can cast a bit further out here, and I don't know if you can see too well, but there is a bit of a weed bank out here. There's a lot of crap sitting in the water, a lot of weed. So I'm using the lead just to be able to cast up past that. Okay, now one thing I did say before is I like to support Australian made products. Now you'll notice that logo at the start of our videos. Hook-Eze is an Australian made invention. I'm about to change spots, so the first thing I do when it comes to changing spots, strip my bait off and Hook-Eze straight over my hook. Now I can travel wherever I need to go and I don't have to worry about it getting caught up, coming loose and getting caught up in the back of the ute or in anybody. So, good thing about your Hook-Eze when travelling. Bit hard to do this all one-handed. Clip straight up around there, wind them up nice and tight. And it's typical. Just as I start packing everything up and I put the other cameras away, I get one. There's only a little one. Off he goes. Haven't even finished setting up. Oh, come on now. Can't even get my hand around you. I can't even get my hand around you, you little fatty. Nice big fat one, female, coming into the spawn. quite as big as the one earlier. But he's just slimy today. Much shit about. Go on. Hello, mate. Timing.
This is why I like flashes first. I can have the grain plant that's not running too fast. There's a lot of shock absorption in the rods, so I can handle a little bit of weight.
Right in the bottom lip. Hey, come on, settle down. Again with that bloody barb. Hey, come on. Yeah, you're jumping around your banks and you're losing scales. Watch out. Stay still. Stay. I said stay still. Stay. Relax. Fish time. Three for the day. bigger one. That's another female. Let's have a look at it. Fuck yeah. Settle down, settle down. Come on. On the mat. Right here. Stay there while I get you on the camera. Try to hurt yourself. No, he's playing. One did that before though, he gave it a good run. He gave it a really good run and then it just stopped. The line went slack and everything, then he ran again.
Yeah, I'd say you've got it. Nice long rod. What's that?
10 foot 6.
10 foot 6.
Yeah, that's 10 foot. This is 10 6. But look at the bend in them, mate. They're so soft.
Yeah, I've got a 10 foot rhino rod I got at the bait shop, and I tell you, it's got it's really flexible on it and cast a long way.
Just Clover, just jump up behind us. I'll let that door. So I like these, those blackfish rods, mate. Nice soft tip on them so you can just play them like this. So it's the 5th one I've caught since about lunchtime.
How long are you going to be here for?
Oh, I don't know. As long as the fish are biting. I thought about going home, but no, I keep catching fish.
So you're not working today?
Nah, look like rain this morning. I was meant to start at Woongarah.
Yeah.
No, look like it's going to be bucketing down, so I don't know, you're not the smallest I've caught today.
Black.
Yeah, I've seen some real dark ones out here, but the colours lately they've been real silver, and they've had real bright fins on them.